Overcoming adversity and building resilience. In life, everyone goes through difficult moments. However, instead of letting adversity defeat us, we can absolutely cultivate resilience to overcome and grow stronger. The first key is to nurture a positive mindset. See challenges as opportunities for growth. Practice daily gratitude and learn to transform negative thoughts. Building a support system is also crucial. Family, friends, or community can be valuable sources of emotional strength. Don't forget to treat yourself with kindness. Everyone makes mistakes, but what matters is learning from them and letting go. Focusing on what you can control will help you feel more empowered and grounded amid uncertainty. Set realistic goals, break down challenges into smaller steps to move forward gradually. And remember that failure is not the end. It is a precious lesson on the journey to success. In addition, regular physical activity improves your mood, while meditation and mindfulness help you live fully in the present moment. If you feel overwhelmed, don't hesitate to seek professional support. It's a brave and necessary act. Finally, hold on to faith and hope. No matter how hard the present may be, you always have the inner strength to overcome and continue writing your own story. Keep the body moving, a natural remedy for a steady mind. When facing adversity, we often focus on mental strength and forget that the body and mind are deeply connected. Maintaining physical activity not only keeps you healthy, but is also one of the most effective ways to reduce stress and build mental resilience. When you exercise, your body releases natural chemicals like endorphins and serotonin, known as the happiness hormones. These substances help improve your mood, ease fatigue, and enhance your ability to cope with pressure. You don't need to be an athlete to gain these benefits. Just 20 minutes of walking a day, a gentle yoga session, or even gardening can have a positive impact. Most importantly, find an activity that suits you. It could be morning jogging, cycling around the park, dancing to your favorite music, or joining a group fitness class. Anything that brings you joy and is easy to maintain regularly. Exercise can also become a social activity. When done with others, it not only strengthens the body, but also increases connection, something essential during tough times. Make movement a daily habit to nourish your body, mind, and spirit, helping you stand strong through life's storms. Learning from failure. A stepping stone to resilience. Failure is not the end, but an inevitable part of the journey toward growth and success. What sets resilient people apart from those who easily give up is how they respond to failure. Resilient individuals don't avoid or deny failure. They face it as a valuable opportunity to learn and grow. When experiencing a failure, the first important thing is to calmly reflect. What didn't work? Were there decisions I could have made differently? Asking the right questions helps you avoid getting stuck in guilt or self-blame, and instead, allows you to extract practical lessons for the future. Remember that everyone fails. Even the most successful people have stumbled many times. Thomas Edison once said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." Every mistake is a step closer to the right solution. The key is not to let failure shake your belief in yourself. Stay strong, get back up, and move forward as a better version of yourself. Resilience doesn't mean never falling. It means always being ready to rise again after each fall, carrying with you deeper understanding and stronger determination. Failure, when viewed the right way, is truly life's greatest teacher. Life is full of events beyond our control, changing weather, unexpected behavior from others, or sudden disruptions that leave us feeling lost. However, instead of getting swept away by things you cannot control, you can reclaim peace and take charge by focusing on yourself, your thoughts, actions, and attitude. A simple way to begin is to write down a list of what you're worried about, then divide it into two categories: can control and cannot control. Once it's clear, direct all your energy and attention toward the first category. This not only reduces feelings of helplessness, but also gives a sense of control over your life. For example, you can't control stormy weather, but you can prepare a raincoat and make appropriate plans. You can't change other people's emotions, but you can choose how to respond with calmness, patience, and reason. Each such choice is a small step that strengthens your inner power and mental steadiness. Focusing on what you can do doesn't mean ignoring reality, but rather choosing to respond wisely and effectively. This is the foundation for building resilience in difficult times. Amid chaos, you can still be the one who remains balanced. Set realistic goals, small steps, big meaning in the journey. Through adversity, when facing adversity, feeling overwhelmed is completely understandable. Challenges that seem too big can make us feel powerless and lost. That's why setting small, specific, and achievable goals is the key to regaining control and staying motivated to move forward. Instead of focusing on the big picture and seeing everything as chaotic, break the issue down into simple, manageable steps. Use the SMART principle when setting goals: specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, time-bound. Achieving each small goal not only gives you a sense of progress, but also sparks a feeling of accomplishment, something essential during difficult times. However, remember that plans don't always go as expected. Learning to be flexible and adjust your goals when circumstances change is part of resilience. Don't be discouraged if you have to start over. What matters is that you're still moving forward. Finally, don't forget to celebrate each step, no matter how small. Every steady move is proof that you are not being defeated by adversity. You are overcoming it little by little with your own perseverance. Hardships are a part of life, but resilience is what leads you to success. In difficult times, we often become our own harshest critics. When things don't go as planned, many people fall into a spiral of self-blame, torment, and feelings of inadequacy. However, to build true resilience, the first thing we must learn is self-compassion. Treat yourself the way you would treat a close friend when they stumble, gently, understandingly, and without judgment. When you make mistakes, see them as a natural part of being human. Learn to forgive yourself, draw lessons, then let go. Dwelling in regret only burdens the mind and hinders the healing process. Self-compassion also means taking care of yourself, both physically and mentally. Take time to rest, read, meditate, or simply take a walk outdoors. Those small moments are the medicine that nourishes the spirit. In addition, learn to listen to your body and your mind and recognize when to pause rather than pushing yourself to exhaustion. On the journey through adversity, self-compassion is not weakness, but a solid foundation that helps you rise stronger. By loving and being kind to yourself, you create a resilient inner strength, the kind that not only helps you weather the storms, but also grow from the wounds themselves. Overcoming adversity and building resilience. Life is inevitably filled with difficulties and challenges. However, the key is not to avoid adversity, but to learn how to face it and grow from it. To build resilience, start first with a positive mindset. Instead of seeing problems as obstacles, view them as opportunities to learn and grow. Practicing gratitude every day will help you focus on the positive things, thereby shifting your perspective on life. Another crucial factor is building a support system. Loved ones, friends, or a community willing to listen and walk with you. Don't forget to care for yourself with compassion, rest when needed, and forgive yourself when you stumble. When facing hardships, focus on what you can control, such as your reactions, attitudes, and actions. Setting small, realistic goals will help you move forward without feeling overwhelmed. And more importantly, learn from failure. Every fall is a valuable lesson. Maintain physical activity, practice mindfulness, and don't hesitate to seek professional help when needed. Lastly, overcoming adversity and building resilience in difficult times. In life, everyone will face unexpected challenges, sometimes making us feel unstable and lost. However, adversity is not the end. It can be an opportunity for us to become stronger and more resilient. So how can we overcome and grow from difficult moments? First of all, start with a positive mindset. Instead of viewing adversity as an obstacle, see it as a chance to grow. Practicing daily gratitude, replacing negative thoughts with self-encouraging affirmations will help you maintain motivation. Next, building a support system is an essential factor. Family, friends, positive companions, all can help you get through storms with listening and sharing. If you find yourself lonely, actively seek out community groups, forums, or join volunteer activities to connect. At the same time, don't forget compassion for yourself. Everyone makes mistakes. What matters is learning and moving forward. Give yourself time to rest and take care of your mental and physical well-being. Another important factor is focusing on what you can control. When you take charge of your thoughts and act, seeking professional support, a courageous act to overcome adversity. In the most difficult times, seeking help from others is not a sign of weakness. On the contrary, it is a clear sign of courage and self-awareness. Professional support from therapists, psychological counselors, or life coaches can be the lifeline that helps you stay grounded amid life's storms. Experts are trained to help you see the problem clearly, reshape negative thinking, and provide concrete tools to face challenges. Some therapies, such as cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, help you change unhealthy thinking patterns, while MBSR, mindfulness-based stress reduction, combines meditation with psychology to enhance inner peace. Especially in the digital age, you are no longer limited by geographical location. Online therapy platforms are becoming increasingly popular and accessible, offering maximum flexibility for those who are busy or live far from therapy centers. It is important to understand that no one is obligated to go through everything alone. Sometimes just one conversation with a professional is enough to make you feel lighter, understood, and mentally empowered. Remember, proactively seeking help is an important step toward building inner strength and recovering from adversity. Practicing mindfulness and meditation, inner strength. Amid life's storms, mindfulness and meditation are not merely relaxation techniques, but powerful tools that help build inner resilience when facing adversity. In a world full of turbulence, keeping the mind awake and peaceful is a precious skill. Mindfulness is the ability to bring full attention to the present moment, without judgment, without distraction. When we practice mindfulness, we learn to gently observe our emotions and thoughts instead of letting them control or overwhelm us. Just a few minutes each day, sitting still and focusing on the breath, is enough to help restore balance amid daily worries. Meditation is a wonderful support for mindfulness. You can start with short guided meditations using apps like Headspace or Calm. Simply find a quiet space, sit comfortably, and follow your breath. A simple way to return to yourself. Mindfulness is not limited to meditation sessions. It can be integrated into daily activities like walking, eating, or even washing dishes. When you give your full attention to what you're doing, you'll experience the vivid presence of each moment. Practicing mindfulness and meditation regularly will help reduce stress, improve focus, and cultivate calmness in the face of challenges, thereby creating a solid foundation for a resilient and peaceful spirit.